Hey everyone, welcome to the Fun Health Podcast with Dr. Gold. I am so excited for this amazing guest, a true friend, a patient. Just his family is wonderful. I know his wife, we do a lot of fun things together. And this person's story touched my heart. You're gonna hear more, of course, in just a little bit, but he was on dealing with high blood pressure, dealing with a lot of issues, weight issues, alcohol, and he got off of it when we were seeing each other. He pivoted and found new ways to handle getting off his blood pressure medicines. He actually fit into his tuxedo that he wore on his obviously wedding day, so it was just incredible. And he actually, I don't want to take away from that story, but it's a cute story where he met his wife in that tuxedo years later. So he'll share that. But this is Tim Watts. He's one of 10 children, high school athletic standout, former Navy swimmer and electrician, former professional data analyst, former marathon runner and Ironman, retired, married 37 years, 2 beautiful children, diagnosed with advanced neuropathy. Now, again, I didn't see him for this. We had a little loss to follow-up, but he was doing so well. He stopped seeing me. That does happen with some of my patients. As I mentioned, got off his blood pressure medicines, lost a whole bunch of weight, got it fit into his wedding tuxedo after, decades later. But he is battling some stuff now, so we'll hear about that. But I just want to welcome Tim. Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy that I did run across you because you and I see a lot of things on how to solve problems. And I like the way it is, especially when we did the pivot, because as you know, I had collages set up where it would enhance me to do what I needed to do and do that. So when I ran into you, it was perfect fit.
Thank you. That means a lot that you said that. So to start off, can you just take us back to a moment you realized you needed to make a change in your health?
Basically, I've done a lot of that throughout my entire, just when I wanted to prepare for Ironman, for example. I know I'd have to do certain type of training. So that's part of getting healthy and ready for training to run Ironman. And then, so I always had ways of doing that. But then I got caught up with back issues, high blood pressure, getting a little weight. And I felt like I needed to, I was uncomfortable in even going on airplane flights. And so my wife and I talked about it, and I said, do you know anybody? And she knew you from yoga, I think.
Yeah, that's right. She actually came to our goat yoga class too. We're doing it again.
So I came and saw you and worked on all the things we talked about.
Yeah, amazing soul. And you're both a dynamic duo, I always say. They're just such a beautiful couple and just heartfelt and in love, which I love.
My angel nurse.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's a nurse and just a beautiful person. So in terms of like health scare, was there a specific health scare or turning point that pushed you into action?
I wouldn't say it was a health scare, but my kids are getting older, and I was thinking, I sure want to be around for grandkids. So it was the realization that if I don't take care of myself, I might not be able to have the same enthusiasm as I might have when I'm healthy.
Exactly. It's really important. I mean, what we do now matters, right?
Exactly.
And I'm so proud of you. You're just amazing. Like what you did and so he would give me, when we were seeing each other regularly, he would just be monitoring his weight, what he was taking in, his nutrients, and had all these breakdowns and numbers. And we just were seeing
Which I still do today.
Awesome.
So I have a log on anything. For example, if I even have a beer, it's in my log. I monitor my heart rate just to make sure my heart rate stays at a normal, regular level. Because as you know, if you drink, it can go higher, that type of thing. So it modifies my behavior.
Right.
Keeping a log.
Yeah, exactly. And how's it going with alcohol right now?
Great.
Oh, good. I'm so proud to hear it.
No, I was a binger, so I don't binge anymore. Awesome. And that's really you. That's really part of it is that really has helped a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, and I know we say everything in moderation, but you have to pay attention. What does that mean?
Well, also what harms you, binging can harm you the most because of tachycardia, because your heart rate stays up and stays that level. So I also like to do research on everything I do that's going to affect me.
Exactly.
And I pass it along to you, and you say, yeah, exactly. Like when I did the clean program. You checked it out for me, you validated it, and I felt comfortable about doing it.
Yeah. And I'm glad sending you the research articles because every patient's different, but I like to work with them, and he's a data guy. So here's the information, here's the research. This is what I think can work or can be helpful for you. I can never make promises, but I was so happy you ran with it and you took that information, you took action to everything that we spoke about.
That's kind of who I am.
I know.
As a Navy swimmer, you got to either do it or not. And so you got to take action.
Yeah.
And that's just my character. And it's also great when you're coupled with someone that knows how to take action.
Yeah, absolutely.
And guide you through it. So
yeah, I was always there. And I'm just, even through the years when he was kind of pivoting and doing some other stuff, I was able to still text.
She saved me a couple times. It's great.
Well, thank you for saying that. It meant a lot. So regarding blood pressure medicines, how long were you on the blood pressure medication and how did it feel to rely on it daily?
Well, I was on it for probably about 10 years, and it was the lowest amount, but just having to take if I can avoid taking any kind of prescriptions, I will. However, I will recommend see your doctor before you stop any medicines. As Dr. Gold would tell you, she helped me out when I stopped one and it had bad effects.
Yeah. I do get the patients, Dr. Gold, I'm feeling so great. And then I'm just going to stop everything. And I'm like, oh, wait, let's talk about that first.
Yeah.
So pivot slowly and work with you, especially right around holiday time. Sometimes you might need that antidepressant or something else going on. But we always talk about that. And thank God for medicine. It has a place, a role. But sometimes we can put in some natural or treating that root cause. And then if your blood pressure is coming down so low, you might not actually need the medicine anymore.
So last time I checked, there's really no good prescription for PTSD, which I have from being a swimmer. But what really helps is the fact that some of the medication I take for that really helps. And also just my lifestyle helps it.
Oh, thank God. What kind of lifestyle are you doing now?
Well, pets are really helpful.
Oh, yay.
We have 2 cats that act like dogs, which I love. Because we have cats because we now travel a lot, and we still have cat sitters, and they come in and stuff. But they're just great.
Oh, that's awesome.
They follow me everywhere.
Yeah, I met the cats, and they are adorable.
They're American bobtails.
Oh,
and, I swim every day in my pool.
Oh,
and one of them, Laverne, it's a joke. We named them Laverne and Shirley.
That's cute.
we said we were never going to have any pets after we retired. We lasted 6 weeks. If it was 2 boys, it would have been Linny and Squiggy.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that show, by the way. That's such a cute show.
But don't tell anybody who's 30. They don't know who Laverne and Shirley
I know. It was a sitcom way back when. It was so cute. So cute.
Yeah.
So do they swim with you?
They'll jump on my back. And I'll be like their raft. I have a fishing pole with a toy on the end, and they'll go after it in the pool. It really helps my casting.
Oh my God, I'm dying. I want to see photos if you get a chance. Oh my God. Yeah. If I get the photos, I'll include it so you can take a look. Oh, that's hilarious.
They're great cats.
Oh, it's so cute. Well, give them kisses for me too.
Will.
I'm a big cat lover, but I love animals in general, and I love dogs. We travel quite a bit too, so that's why we have the cats.
I came out 3 years ago when we got the cats, but because I'm always been a dog person. But now I'm a cat person too.
Gotcha.
And I'm proud to say it. They're awesome animals.
They are. And they all have different personalities. One of my cats did act like a dog. When I say that, we can put a leash around them. We can walk them. And they were
Ours
just fun.
plays fetch.
I love it. Oh, I got to see that. That's adorable. He does a high five with me.
And when new people come in the house, they go right at him.
Oh, so sweet. Which one is that? Is that Laverne?
Laverne and Shirley both do that.
Oh.
Laverne mostly. Shirley's a little skittish, but not.
Oh.
Once about 5 minutes in, she's.
That's so sweet. And pet therapy is so healthy for you for blood pressure. They've actually studied, even looking at a goldfish, you can start to reduce your blood pressure, which is great. But it's so healthy because you're getting outside, walking a dog, or if you're walking your cats.
Right.
The other part. And honestly, I walked my friend's dog. She made me, the dog doesn't like to walk. So I was carrying the dog. So I was getting some weight training there. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. So in terms of weaning off medicine, the process, obviously we talked about the lowering of what natural strategies or lifestyle changes helped you lower your blood pressure. What did you think was working that we were doing together? And then further
mostly losing weight.
Mm.
Okay, so getting the weight down and off, and it's not necessarily just losing weight, but building muscle too.
I like that.
So the building muscle helps, and then not that I'm like, cut. I am 63 years old.
You had a six-pack when I saw that picture.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I have gained a bit back, but that's but I'm doing another pivot kind of to help. I think I did the pivot a year ago though, so it's been a process with my neuropathy, which is better by 70% with the process that I have taken.
Yeah. Do you mind?
I can walk with barefooted anywhere I want.
Amazing.
I took out shoes that were in my closet that were there for 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm now wearing normal shoes instead of black hiking big soled shoes. But the process was about 6 different therapies. The VA wouldn't cover it. My insurance wouldn't cover it. But I found a great person that does it. And he came up with this process because his father had super advanced. He couldn't even really walk.
Oh my God.
And he also has guidelines. He tests you before and after and during. Before, during, and after.
Gotcha.
And then so you know what your progress is. One of the things that he tests is that how long you can stand on your one foot without teetering or falling. So I went from let's see, it was about 10 seconds to a minute.
Oh, really? Okay. We're going to be doing some exercises in a moment, so maybe we'll do working some balance if that's okay with you.
I know. No problem.
Okay. And I was curious if later you want to include that, we can include a link of those strategies that you're using if you're comfortable. And then the other part, strategies to get the weight off. What was the most helpful for you? The most stand up?
I use this program that's called Clean. So that was most helpful, mainly because it sets you up with eating proper food. I always liked fish. So, but basically it's at dinner is lunchtime for me. Generally.
Gotcha.
So when I want to lose weight, and it's not rapid weight loss. It's just kind of maintaining weight loss. Is I switched to making sure I have my dinners at noon and my snacks are at breakfast and dinner.
Perfect. And some of the stuff we incorporated when we were meeting up.
That's right.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So that really is the big thing. So it really doesn't have to be the Clean program. What it really has to do with is just switch your body to have a different schedule, and that helps. And eating food that doesn't have high caloric.
Exactly.
Fish is very good.
Yes, I love it. And that's I always say that's a brain food. And I think we mentioned I don't eat like a king or a queen, breakfast in the morning. You can eat like a princess or a prince during lunch, and eat like a pauper at dinner time, or just like a snack type. So that way, because metabolism, and if you're intermittent fasting, that may shift. But we know lunchtime, there's siesta, right? We're walking, we're moving. Usually right after dinner, we may go to bed, and then we're not burning off those calories. So it can make a difference.
Yes, and there's so many things that you can eat that's really good for you
Exactly.
at night, for example, but like for dinner time.
Yeah. What's
And,
an
hummus and carrots.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
and
Love
it's
it.
filling.
Yes.
Even having just one apple
Mm-hmm.
or some fruit, that's pretty good. I wouldn't really recommend a lot of sugary type
Right.
fruits, but
Right.
I stay away from strawberries.
Mm.
But I'll mix up some coconut water
Mm.
with blueberries
Mm.
and ice, and it's
Oh.
almost like a treat.
Ooh, that sounds
And it's
delicious.
good.
I want to try
It's
that.
blueberry season now.
I know it
It's-
is. It's so great.
We have 16 pounds.
Oh my God. Oh, so great.
It was.
Thank you for sharing that. And I actually do want to go. I usually stock up and then freeze the blueberries. You can
Really
get them
good.
fresh. Oh, so wonderful. All right, let's stand up.
Okay.
So we'll work just some stretching and then a little bit of balance poses. As you can see, I'm not as tall as him, but that's okay. And you don't have to shrink down for me. That's
Wait,
fine.
I'll shrink down. To 1 foot. Oh,
Let's do it with one leg, right? Well, let's actually focus on balance. So
Okay.
maybe if you're able to stand, usually my listeners or people that are watching are driving or in between, if they're at their computers. But we are going to do a balance. If you're able to stand up, and just raise up your one leg off the ground. And we're just going to be here for just a few moments to see if you can balance. If you're a little off steady, that's okay. Just do your best here. If you need to hold on for a moment, see if you can, if you have all 5 fingers, see if you can start to slowly.
And if you start wiggling,
yeah, it's okay.
Just get your balance back.
It's practice. Yeah, it's just all about practice, right? Let's switch sides if you're already doing it. And if you want to hold it longer, of course, you can do that too. But one lady I was working with, she said she was really unsteady. So we had her have both hands on the counter. And then she just started lifting one finger off at a time as she was comfortable. And then she was able to get one hand off. So even if it's over a period of time, just slowly having less and less fingers touching that countertop.
One thing I also find in doing this is that I just kind of go into this phase and I will close my eyes, and which is a lot harder to stand with your eyes closed.
Yeah, but let's try it just for a moment. If you can just do it for a moment. There is tree pose. So as a yoga teacher or a registered yoga teacher, I teach tree, where your foot goes either to your ankle or calf. It can go to the inner thigh, wherever it can touch or not. Again, you can keep both feet down if you need to. If you can raise it, even a tippy toe off the ground, just to practice. And then we're going to slowly release. Let's just roll those hips out a little bit to stretch them out. And again, if you're driving, don't do this. if you're driving, you could just take some nice, slow, deep breaths in.
Or pull aside.
Yeah, pull aside and then do this. Step out of that car so you can get a stretch, for God's sakes. But take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. And then slowly roll those hips the other direction. So do your best here. Just release the back. Maybe engage the shoulders a little bit here, rolling one shoulder back and then the other. As you roll the hips. And then we're going to just gently reach up and over. Again, the hands can always remain down if they're tight or the shoulders are tight. But if you can, arms overhead, just gently reaching up and over. And then gently back up to the center. Inhale and then slowly exhale over to the other side. Nice side stretch here. Nice deep breath in. Good. Gently reaching back just for a moment here. Inhaling. And exhaling down. And I'm a big fan of neck rolls because my neck gets tight, especially if you're texting or typing quite a bit. So just reach one ear to your shoulder. So right ear to right shoulder. And then left ear to left shoulder. And then a little bit of neck rolls here, just circling one way. Ooh, I'm a little crunchy today.
I'm very crunchy.
And then circle the other way on your next breath. That feels so good. And then just gently turn. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And if you're with somebody, just say hi to them. Acknowledge. Lots of love here. Gently gazing up. This is my favorite. Kiss the heavens. Mwah. 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 Just send kisses up to the sky, sending out love to the world. Mwah. And then just your bottom lip over your top lip to stretch out your neck. Helps with blood flow to the brain. It's my anti-aging pose for a double chin.
I don't think that's very comfortable.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, don't pull on it. That'll be the opposite. And slowly release now and just shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. If you're ever not sure what to do, just shake, get the wiggles out.
I do that a lot.
That's
The,
so good.
but the whole body.
The whole body, and
It
you can
helps.
just, yeah, it's so wonderful for you.
And it helps loosen up lactic acid.
Exactly. Come on, sit down if you're okay. Getting back to, I would love to hear a little bit more with the weight loss, and then you can tell me what's been going on since we last saw each other. But I know you lost a significant amount of weight, and if you are comfortable sharing,
100%.
how much total?
I
How long
think
did
I
it
lost
take?
5 pounds. No, I'm joking.
I know I lost 1 pound.
Probably about 30 pounds.
Okay.
And also, it really came at a perfect timing because my wife and I were celebrating our 35th anniversary, and our kids were coming on an Alaskan cruise. So the cruise has these fancy dinners. So I brought mine along with me, my tuxedo, and my wife didn't know I was going to wear it.
Right. From your wedding?
From my wedding.
In
1988.
Wow.
1988. And so I wore it, fit me pretty well, minus I got less muscles, but fit me great around here, nothing tight.
Right. That's
so,
amazing.
Yeah, it was great. And my wife was very happy about it too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you looked really debonair. He sent me the photos of him.
I think I looked debonair in 1988. I think I look like an old man.
So he actually told me when he was able to fit, I don't want to take it away from you if you want to add, but he met his wife when he first lost that weight, and also he did gain some muscle. You were showing me your numbers. So we know sometimes, muscle weighs more than fat. He went to the airport and actually met his wife in his wedding tuxedo. And that was several years back now, but still from 1988, which I thought, oh, amazing.
I actually used that tuxedo. One of the keys to try to keep off weight is to schedule a night out with your wife. Let's just, if you can't do it monthly, at least twice a year, a nice night out. Take a suit that you've wore in, that you're fit. If it's a little tight that time you go, you know you need to do something. So that's one way I try to have something in the game plan.
It makes sense. Because I have an outfit, if I know I can fit that, I'm doing good. But if it's like really tight around the waist, now when I was doing my bodybuilding contest, it was really tight on the shoulders, but I was getting bulk and for muscle, which I knew that was good.
Yeah, that's where the tuxedo, I had a little extra fun.
I gotcha.
But swimming, you get big here.
That's true.
And strong back in this area.
That is true.
So I'm still strong in that area, just not the same.
Our bodies change. It's okay to work with our bodies and appreciate what it is.
My wife said, I'm glad you didn't ask me to wear my wedding dress. Because she had 2 children. She says, I've shifted, but she looks exactly the same.
She does.
At least as far as I'm concerned.
She does.
She's never been a yo-yo with weight.
No, she's amazing. And she honestly keeps me going in the sense of trying new things. So we get together periodically and I love it. And we're going to be doing aerial yoga in a little bit. So
my wife is at foundation fundraiser right now for the Drop Foot Foundation, and they're doing that tonight. She's always busy. Her retirement's that. Mine is hobbies.
I love it. But she's just, I mean, both of you, just amazing things that you're doing. And thank you for sharing this, because this will go out to people in need to hear your story, to motivate and inspire.
I think your health is worth it. And I think it helps you in all kinds of ways. Your mind is clearer. You can, when you're healthy, you can help other people.
That's so true. You can fill back your cup.
That's right.
Thank you for that. I'm just like, can I give you a hug before?
Absolutely.
Just amazing. And just, that's so true. We still have a few more questions, but I just want to say thank you for sharing that. No,
hugs are good.
Yeah, hugs heal. And if you haven't hugged somebody today, hug yourself, hug somebody else. I'm going to give you a big kiss too. Mwah, mwah. And nice. Give yourself a kiss. Mwah, mwah.
I think hugs should always start with yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Not being selfish, but that's how you can help others.
Yeah.
Is by taking care of yourself.
That's so true. I believe that. You can't pour from an empty cup. So that's my mantra. And I heard that. I'm like, I'm taking that. But it's true. We can, when our, and it says it in the Bible too, but when we pour into our cups, then we're able to dish it out or give
That's right.
others, because we have something to give from other people.
As a veteran, I mean, just before I came here, I stopped at it. Coast Guard guy who's 82 years old, served 33 years in the Coast Guard, and he can't get around and do stuff. So I went over to check to see if I could help him out. And we're in a drought right now, and his sprinkler system's not quite working right. So I'll be there first thing in the morning helping him out.
That's amazing.
That's giving back, but it comes back to you.
Right.
And it makes you feel so good.
It does.
But if I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not met you. Think about it.
Aww. Well, thank
so these
you.
things I do all the time now, help other people with things that they can't do.
Sure.
And I can.
Yeah, and you can.
I'm staying off roofs, however.
Okay. I don't want to hear other stories. I'm like,
no, it's just, I think that's a wise thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Once you hit 6 feet, probably roofs is for anyone.
I actually had someone have a little roof scenario that I'm like, and a tree scenario. So I'm like,
Unfortunately, I don't have a height problem. I can be, I jumped out of helicopters. I'm not afraid of heights, but so, it's just, if it's double your height and you fall, you may get hurt.
Well, exactly. Exactly. And if you can have somebody to help you who is strapped in, has the proper equipment, I think that's always
a professional.
Wise. Yes, I'm all for that. Thank you. That's my message too. I know my husband's like, oh, wait, like please, and he has, which is good. Okay, so in terms of with the letting go of alcohol, because I know that's a very difficult thing, especially now. I'm looking at the studies. A lot of women too, just dealing with so much heartache, but men, of course, as well. You gave up alcohol. I know you have it on occasion, but was that difficult at first?
And I would say what I gave up was binging. Okay. I'm a social person, and I have events with other veterans, and I'm not really one of those AA people. I think that people have a choice to make in life, and like I said, when I used to get ready for an Ironman, I would stop alcohol for 90 days.
Oh, okay.
Just to be ready.
Okay.
Because I want my body to be.
Absolutely.
So that type of stuff, turning it on and off, is fairly easy for me. It's those binge things where perhaps you just have one or two, but it goes to 3, 4, and then
was
5.
that alone or in social?
It would start social, then get home and you just keep pounding. So that type of behavior is totally gone. Gotcha. I still have alcohol and beer in the house. I'm not one of the, it's your own responsibility to do that. Like I said, I keep a log for any time. My log for the last 45 days that I just looked at before I came here, no days of that.
Okay. Proud of you.
That's good.
No, that's awesome. So proud of you. And I like how you said keep a log, because I think that accountability, because sometimes we can lie to ourselves or.
Oh, we always do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're our best liars.
And thank you for sharing that. And thank you for your strength and courage, teaching, that there is help. And if you need the assistance, you're not a weakling. To get help is, I believe, strength. And it does take courage, but you can do it.
And if things like AA helps people, I think that's great. You got to seek out what makes you comfortable.
Right.
For me, I'm just not, I don't like to sit around in groups and woe is me type stuff. Sometimes it's very encouraging. It's just, I do that with PTSD in a group, and it's good, and so these things are definitely personal.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, you need to find what works for you.
Try stuff. I've tried all that. I mean, my wife's a nurse.
Yeah.
She's recommended me to go do this, and I try it, and I tell her what my opinion is. That's why I was pleasantly surprised when I met you, because you and I are kind of alike when it comes to the approach of healing yourself.
Yeah, thank you. And I do believe there's within, and it's okay to reach out if you need that as well. So it's honestly, like you said, find what works and check the solution. Are you moving in the right direction? For him, he's doing it when he, socially, and it's having good outcomes. He's healing, he's getting better. in the approach he's using, and he's not overusing. So again, finding what works. Thank you for sharing that. So we talked about the alcohol. I know about holidays. I did want to mention this because the first time I met him during holidays, he said, well, Dr. Gold, I can eat healthy. I can get off the alcohol. But during the holiday time, I play golf with my golf buddies and we drink up a storm and, everything just goes in the other direction. So why don't we just get healthy after the holidays? And I said, what if you pivoted? That was his word. He came out because I asked him, come up with something that will motivate you. And he said, what about if I pivot, or I asked if you pivot before the holidays so we don't go kind of backwards, if you will, because as your body changes, as we get older, there's less reserve. So it makes it harder and harder to do the things you used to do when you were younger, or get away with, I should say. So most people slow down during the holidays or just do different things, unhealthy habits, but you ramped it up with your habits. How did you stay motivated and what helped you to really pivot?
I like to share things.
Yeah.
So my golf buddies, I got them into the pivot. And you know what? That's what, that is also one of the things about AA has some of those things, is don't hang out with people that are obsessed with these types of things.
Okay.
So I, in a different way, I try to say, hey, today let's see if we can get the best round of golf we can, because competition builds everything, in my opinion.
So true.
And I'm not having any beer, and no one better get in. I don't drink liquor, period, anymore. So that's one of the benefits of not binging, is I don't drink hard liquor, period. I'll have beer. That's it. The other thing, I used to homebrew. Now I make tapasha. It's like it's a Mexican soda, but not really soda. It's all really. It's, you've heard of, what is it?
Kombucha.
Kombucha.
Yeah.
Well, it's similar to that, but it's more fruit based, with pineapple or blueberries.
Yummy.
And so I have that in my kegs at home instead of beer.
Oh, I love it. I drive on that.
And it's so good after you're mowing the lawn, and it's still soda-y, but it's not, doesn't have all that sugars, bad sugars for you.
I love that. I'd love to get the recipe too.
It's all fermented.
Oh, great. And this is so good for your gut, fermented.
True.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm doing a lot of fermenting things.
Love it. And healthy substitutions, again, I'm a big proponent, a big fan of that. So if something you're doing, actually a gentleman I was speaking to yesterday, we were talking about cinnamon sticks for smoking, because he's like, I just love to take that puff. He hasn't smoked in a long time. And my brother said this too. I was like, you know what? I just want to do something with my hands, and I like to breathe and take a break. So I was like, well, why not try? This is a patient who told me this. She went outside and just kind of not really lit up her cinnamon sticks, but just pretended. And she actually breathed, had something in her hand. So she pretended she was smoking, but again, nothing bad was going in her lungs. She was breathing, and she took a break. She went outside and she felt so much better. Some people I know, they go for their walk, they do some meditation or yoga, just breathing, but they do give themselves permission to take that break and enjoy life. And I always feel it's okay to work hard, but it's also important to play and bring in joy on a regular basis. So
my trail has also led to a great revelation I wanted to tell you today.
Yeah, please.
I've stopped chewing for a whole year now.
Oh my God. Wow. Yes. Tell me.
So I used to chew, pretty much started when I was 14. But when
tobacco?
I was but when I was in the Navy, I used it to stay up, because and get you pumped up. And I never liked to smoke, but chewing was that. That was a revelation, and I finally I'm done.
Yeah, tell me what you did. How did you do this?
It's called cold turkey.
Okay.
You just say, okay, you're done.
Okay.
And it works just because I thought it's time to get. And part of it is my sister had her heart problem. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some research. It's not necessarily the nicotine as much as all the chemicals they have.
That's right.
So, so that's been great.
Yeah.
And I think when we first started, I had the medical marijuana. For first of all, I don't like to smoke it, so I tried the the gummies, and I'm off all that for
Okay,
over
cool.
a year now. So dropped all that. I'm
Okay.
no more. I'm not doing any of that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And I sleep much better. Which
Oh.
I use a app called Waltory,
Uh-huh.
and it keeps track of all your sleep
Oh.
and all your big metrics,
Yeah.
and I really use that a lot.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you. And if you can share the link, I can also put that in the
It's
description.
in the face or the app store
Yeah.
called Waltory.
Oh, well, Tori. Okay.
Waltory.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that too. Yeah, I do get a lot of folks who are like, how can I do this? And there's things you can streamline in as
Well, it will let you know if you didn't sleep well, and what you might, and it gives you maybe it's a good time to meditate,
I love
and you can do it.
that.
They have an app where you do the meditation,
Mm-hmm.
or it's just a time to maybe lay down in
Mm-hmm.
your bed and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Naps are not good for me because then I don't sleep at night.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole package, right? I'm a big proponent now of getting fresh sunlight, looking at the sky, not directly at the sun, but at least 5 to 10 minutes to regulate
Mm-hmm.
the sleep wake cycles. And then also just giving time for yourself to be close to nature, be outside in nature. It can be so heavenly for
That's
me.
why I like golf so much,
Mm-hmm.
and the competition.
Yeah, I like that. I play pickleball, but I love it
Yeah.
outside too. It's just fun to get in that competition, but I'm
Yeah.
getting fresh air and stuff like that, which is so
I
fun.
have 5 brothers, so
Mm.
it's built into me.
You're in all the stuff you've done in life.
Yeah.
So, in terms of mindset, emotional wins, what mindset shifts helped you push through the cravings, the setbacks, or plateaus?
Well, I always have a point, a focus point, and that focus point for me is grandkids.
Mm.
So I know, even though my kids haven't had them yet,
Yeah,
but I want to be there just like I was for my kids.
understood.
So that's been my focus point.
Okay, and that's a powerful one. It makes a huge difference.
I want to do fun things with them.
I know. I love it too.
I don't want to watch them. I want to be doing stuff with them.
I see you. Like maybe if they do want to jump out of the airplane, you might be like, hey.
Just like I did with my kids.
Understood.
You know, I was my son's Boy Scout master,
Oh.
and I participated because I like to be part of it. Not, I don't want to watch it.
Understood.
That's why that's my focus.
I love that. And that's actually what I do with a lot of my patients. I want you to be in the game, not the spectator. I want you to be playing active, get on the floor every single day so you can get back off of it. Practice your balance so and your strength training so you can carry the grandkids, so you can do stuff you want to do on a regular basis.
Try getting off the floor without grunting.
I know, it's true.
Yeah, when you do that the first time, it's fun.
Yeah.
I still grunt every once in a while.
I keep trying to do it without holding on. So I literally try to stand up.
I used to grunt to get down.
But now you're not doing that.
No.
So, let's see. So in terms of the transformation, how has this transformation changed how you see yourself, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually?
I think all those things were within me.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it has done is just brought them out a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one where it always has been within me, but now I'm not afraid to discuss or say it's not. I don't look at it as a weak point.
Yeah.
I look at it as strength.
Yeah. And you did mention the PTSD if you're
Yeah.
comfortable, but just how are you coping now? And I know you mentioned some triggers in Iran and some other stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you can't always do things on your own.
Right.
So luckily I have my daughter who's social,
Yeah.
licensed certified social worker.
Yeah.
We walk every Saturday.
Great.
And that helps me right there. We don't necessarily have to talk about it. It's just that if I'm thinking about it, I might bring it up and she just talks with me. And then, but if it gets bad, I just go to the VA and seek out a little counseling and move on from there.
Okay.
And before though, that would be a weakness.
Why did you think it was a weakness?
I think it's manly thing.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And being a multi-generational veteran in my family, my dad was 33 years and a prisoner of war. I seen it firsthand. Back then, they might have called it shell shock or things like that, but they deal with it in a lot of different ways, and some of the ways aren't very good. So I want to deal with it when I feel like it. I don't have any issue going to seek help. Either tell my wife I think I need to go, and I go and I do hang out with other veterans. When I see them having issues, I have no problem recommending, hey, why don't you go, or we'll have a chat. So, and that helps me. So helping others will help you. So that's kind of how I saw it. But that's how I help myself.
Yeah. And I honestly love that you shared that, because everyone says, oh, Dr. Gold, you're helping me. But it helps me too. Because first of all, you realize you're not alone. And then when you're sharing, the best antidote, they say, if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, is to help somebody else. Because
it really is.
Thank you.
It's the best that you can do is to help others. And it does come back and help you.
Yeah, I agree with that abundance. Thank you for doing that. You're definitely a beautiful light in this world. You really just keep always shining and teaching me so much as well. So thank you. We're going to wrap up shortly, but I just wanted to, did friends and family support your journey? I know your wife did. Or were they
my golf buddies, like I told you.
Yeah.
My wife, my kids. Also, I had the first conversation I ever had with my children about the things that that happened in the military. So my dad never had that conversation with us. It's just different generation, different ways, and they just, that manly thing came out.
Yeah.
But having a conversation with the people you love, so they can understand who you are and what you've been through. Yeah. It's a healthy thing.
Yeah. And I want to...
They don't have to guess.
Yeah. And I want to redefine manly, because I personally feel, and I think it's coming to light now, that a man can cry, a man can feel, and it's actually important to kind of have their tribe or their support group, their people that they feel comfortable sharing, because as they can do that, you don't have to hold everything in.
Right.
And I'm so grateful, that you did this, because I think it helped the kids to understand what you're going through, and also your wife and other family members.
Yeah, it was a difficult thing to talk to them, but I did it independently, for each person, including my wife, because she really never heard the story until recently. Okay. And I'm also writing a book.
Oh, I'm so excited. Please share later.
I will eventually.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Well, I'm excited to read it. I love reading. So
Good.
Yes.
Awesome. I got 10 chapters, but not great. In a row. They may go somewhere, but different
about your life, or is it
about it's the title's Veteran Son of a Veteran.
Okay.
So
powerful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service too.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. So just to wrap off, is there any one fun, unexpected thing that you couldn't do before that you can do now, and just one takeaway you can offer people as well? So one thing you couldn't do before that you can do now, and then one takeaway to offer folks.
Wow, that's a deep request, but it's almost like one of those interview questions.
I know.
But I think what I couldn't do before is express myself. Perhaps, it's that I was more inward instead of outward. Not that I go around all day long expressing myself, but expressing some important things to the people you love, your friends, that type of stuff. I think before I would keep it here, and now if someone asked me, I would just zip my lip.
Mm.
And not, if someone asked me, "Oh, what did you do in the Navy?" I wouldn't elaborate. And even if they asked me more questions, or what did you do here, I would just keep things.
Mm.
It, and now if they want to know, I tell them without any triggering anything, which is the important part.
Yeah.
Is not to get triggered by silly things. The trigger word has been overused, but it's just, that's the word I can use for today. But I can do that now.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. Is there any takeaways so say somebody is either, well, there's two things. I'm sorry, I said last question, but I think this is important. But if somebody's in their 50s or they in their 60s now, or even 70s, and say it's too late, too old. I've heard this a lot from a lot of patients. It's too late for me to change. What would you?
Well, I think you got to be realistic, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 20,
Yeah.
I was 20.
Yeah.
So, but those same things you had when you were 20 is still within you, but you're going to create a different person. It's not going to be 20. So accept who you create now. And if you want to be healthy and happy, creating your person that's within you is important. And I think that's the best way to, so you don't have to have a area where you're thinking, I want to be like I was when I'm 20. I mean, I have friends that do say that. They're on a big diet. Well, and they're like, oh, they lost. And one of my buddies was doing it for 3 years, and he goes, I want to be like I was. He was an airborne ranger when I was 20. And then 3 years goes by. I'm going through all this program, and I finally told Walter, you've lost 5 ounces. You got to put in your mind you're never going to be 20 again, but you still have great qualities that you can bring out. Take those qualities and prove who you are, that you know you have, and accept it. It's okay. I'm not going to swim a mile in a certain amount of time anymore, but I can swim a mile.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. And what would you like your legacy to be?
My children.
Oh,
that's my legacy.
I love that. Oh, it's powerful.
I want them to say my dad was there for me. That's the only legacy I need.
It's powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. My dad's my hero, and you definitely are one of my heroes too.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
I think your dad's probably a better hero for you.
He's incredible.
But you can have multiple heroes.
You can have more than one hero, and never discount a compliment.
And I'm not just saying this.
Yeah.
You've been my hero too.
Oh, that means a lot.
It is. I tell people about you all the time.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, you're definitely very special. That's why I wanted you on this podcast, and want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do in this world and the person you are. And you carry. I have to admit, when I first met him, very jolly and, oh, I'm cool, Dr. Gold. And then he just opened up. I said, everybody's here for a reason. Everybody has stuff that we need to unpack and unload.
But a lot of times I'm there because my wife told me to go.
Well, that's the other part. That's why. She's like, make sure he tells you about.
And it never works out when I don't want to go. But when you and I had the same method that it just worked.
It clicked. Yeah. It was magic. So
yeah.
I honestly, I don't have every patient. I wish I did that. I mention stuff, and this can be really helpful. And they're like, okay. And he's like, okay. And he actually took full action, took it and ran. And it made such a huge difference in your life.
Well, thanks for giving me the information.
No, you're welcome.
You're a wise lady.
Oh, thank you.
Beyond your years.
Thank you so much. And
you're 20, right?
Oh, yeah, right. And you're 30, right?
Never.
Well, I do want to thank you for tuning in to the Fun Health Podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, if you can like, share, and subscribe, leave a comment so we can hear from you. And if people do want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach you?
Timothy@golfbaggy.com.
Okay. I love it. And I can include that link in the description. But thank you again for tuning in. Mwah. Remember, you're a beautiful light in this world, meant to shine. Toodles.